like Charmeleon.
I have a question. How did you two get engaged? Engagement story.
Do it. Oh my god, it's Jurgen! Yes! Yes!
Finally!
Yes!
Finally!
Yes!
Jurgen's here so he can
Yes!
die.
It's a lie.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sitting here in my living room and I just can't seem to shake the glue. I'm pissed.
So we left off with the party having just rescued the Apollo from his falling demise.
Oh. Skill issue.
Yeah, we just caught him.
What's ratio?
We just caught him, didn't we?
Yeah, we caught him.
Is that... Hold on. And now they're heading back into Bazaxon. Oh, I had forgotten. Okay, so I had forgotten to give you guys a rough overview of the town. Which is something that I probably should mention. So, Bazazan is built into the base of a rust-red mountain range north of the valley known as the Barbed Fields. The craggy, rocky landscape is mostly devoid of plant life except for a few scraggly pines and patches of scrub. Bazazan was a once thriving mining town, but it was ravaged by explorers when explorers awakened a portal to the abyss in the depths of the Betrayer's Rise. Many of the town's buildings were destroyed when the first surge of demons attacked, and the town was hastily converted into a military outpost to hold the demons at bay. The only structures regularly tended to are the Aurora Watts barracks, most of which are buildings converted from their original purpose. Amongst the most prominent features in Bazazan are the town's 2 sacrifice engines. Each one is a 30-foot deep pit lined with rows of silver blades. The blades can be made to spin by pulling a lever near the edge of the pit. In bygone days, servants of the betrayers gods threw mortals into these pits to appease their evil lords. Now, the Aurora Watts herd demons and other monsters into them to avoid prolonged battles, as well as to dispose of the corpse of demons due to the blades being made of silver and being able to properly destroy the corpses. I had forgotten to give you guys that little spiel earlier on.
Interesting.
And yeah, I can... The sacrifice engines are here and here, in case you're interested. And the temple is over here. The barracks is over here. As you guys are heading back to the barracks, right?
Yes, to see the captain.
All right. The barracks are filled with the sounds of chatter, voices, shouting orders, and clanging metal. Armored Aurora Watts soldiers go about their business performing drills and sharpening weapons around you. The barracks seems to be divided into the 4 main sections: a large war room, the mess hall, training area, and the sleeping quarters. As you guys approach the front, who is going to actually announce yourselves to meet with the captain?
Do we have an official party face?
I would assume that the closest would be the Sabanrab.
Just say, "Hey, I'm here to die."
I would assume that the closest one would be either Sabanrab or Jurgen. Or wait, Xila.
No, not Jurgen. Jurgen's got a fucking 10 in charisma. And also he's a moody bitch.
I meant Xila, not Jurgen.
Exactly.
Actually, that's a good question.
You hear that, Xila?
Sorry.
You're responsible now.
Yeah, Sabanrab would just be too distracted focusing
I'm
on
responsible for what?
the training and what's going on and seeing how they're training, what armor they're using. If anything looks inefficient, he's just taking mental notes as they're passing through. Meanwhile, we were saying, who's our party face? And we were suggesting you were the one that would talk to the captain and introduce us.
Yes, we do have, and I do also still have your notes that you wanted handed off to him in the first place, so we still need to do that.
Oh no, I took that myself before we ran out to
Oh, great.
rescue Apollo.
Fantastic.
But yes, you have VR.
So yeah, there's a guard standing outside the barracks to take you to whatever part of the barracks you want. If you like, you walk up and talk to him, interact, speak words.
I hate those.
And just for
man.
and just for stats sake, is this the same day we rescued Apollo, or is it the day after?
Yes, it's literally only like a few moments. Apollo went off to go get a drink at the tavern. He went with the rival party to the tavern.
Got it. Good for him.
I presume Jurgen is with us.
Yeah, the whole party is here.
Why wouldn't I be?
I'm going.
The alcoholic.
Going to just walk up to the soldier up front, and I'm just gonna, hello. We're here to see Captain Thalos.
God damn it! I fucking forgot about Xyla's new voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. War room, right over here. As he walks you past, some outdoor active like training exercises towards like a central building that's like it almost in the dead center of the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Thalos.
Like.
As he opens like the tent flap door, the war room is a small, sparsely furnished office that Baron Thalos uses to discuss battle strategy and political concerns with his officers. A circular table in the center of the room is covered by maps of Bazazan, updated barrack designs, notes regarding various horde creatures, the redoubts, and the rifts they spawn from, as well as a number of the notes and suggestive strategies provided by Sab. As he looks up and gives a kind of a warm smile. Aha! The adventurous young heroes that came to my rescue earlier today. What can I do for the lot of you?
Yes. Well, we're happy to. Well, I just want you to know that, for one, we are happy to have helped you at all in the first place, but to admit, we are here on specific business, and I would love your insight if you could have, or advice if you could offer any.
Right. More people here on business, should have figured. After those lot from the library of the Cobalt Soul came through.
At that, my eyes sort of pick up. I'm like, oh, the Cobalt Soul's been through here.
Right, yes. There are actually, most of them are currently in the Betrayer's Rise, with a small escort. Researchers. They said they wanted to learn more about the Calamity. We told them as long as they're armed and armored. I think one of them stayed behind. Tiefling.
Just out of curiosity. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, how much do I know about the Cobalt Soul?
Roll me a history check, I guess.
History check, indeed. Roll on the table. It's going to be a 17.
17? Okay. More than I do in real life. Okay, let me open up the fucking wiki.
But if you would still want to continue,
you would know that they are a religious institution of scholars, based out of mostly based out of Vasselheim. Who are worshippers of how do you pronounce that? Ayun? Ayun? Yeah. Who are worshippers of Ayun. And the primary motivation is the recovery of lost information and like exposing lies that were like made common knowledge and that people believe to be true. And they have a strong focus on the events of the calamity, and that they've been around since pretty much only like maybe 100 years after the calamity. Like they've been around for a while.
Gotcha.
They have strong, you do also know that they do have strong ties to the Dwendalian Empire, which you know that Jurgen is from.
Got it. As I recall that this is just a group of knowledge seekers and purveyors of history, both ancient and new, I sort of turn and look towards the necklace that I gave Phyra, the Jewel of Three Prayers, and I begin to think that maybe that's a person I could go to help with some of that. I turn back over to Captain Thalis and that is so there's already a group of betrayers rise. Well, I'm not entirely sure if that's good or bad yet, but I think that is where we aim to head as well.
Yeah, they're already up there, and there's another woman who's trying to get up there, but we've been blocking her. She's not armed. She's not armed or armored outside of magic. I don't think she has the skills necessary to survive a dungeon crawl. I doubt she'd even be able to climb up the damn mountain, let alone survive the inside of the rise.
Is she part of the organization that you're aware of?
He looks through some notes and pulls out like a singular piece of paper. Aloysia. She says she's part of a group called the Consortium of the Vermilion Dream. Don't know anything about them. They're from Oncarel or fuck.
Oncarel. Yeah, you're right. You got it right the first time.
No, that stuttering was in character.
Oh.
He says,
the response was in character too.
Anyway, so point of the matter being is we've been telling her she can't go up there without an armed escort, and she won't. She tried bribing some of my men. She's damn lucky I didn't lock her up.
She tried hiring us.
Oh, that's hiring you would be the only way she's able to get in there. I know. I know that a lot of you can handle yourselves. I'd let you in a heartbeat. If she wants to tag along and pay you to do so, that's her prerogative.
The issue there is what she was going to pay was a pittance for the risk.
Sounds like her.
I mean, it could be valued. Do we know what knowledge she has of this place?
I don't know what she knows. She keeps talking about a holy site deep inside the rise, but I've never seen any kind of temples in there outside of the temple to demons.
Sabanrab kind of eye glances to the rest of the party when he mentions holy place. Almost as if that's where we're trying to go.
I catch your eye.
Besides, the other visitor from Corel isn't exactly friendly with her anyway. Some archaeologist named Prolex. He's not looking to go inside, so I don't think that he's really much of an interest. He's just here, I don't know, studying runes, helping us decipher some old language.
Either one would have value for our journey, I would think. I mean, we've never been in there, so they may know something that we might not that would help us. It's just the thought.
I mean, that's true. I mean, truth be told, I don't think she's been in there as either. So,
but she knows what she's looking for, and it may
So
help
do
guide our
we.
way as well. Yes. So I think I'm not suggesting. I'm just saying I support the possibility because I think they can bring help where we may be lacking. Where is Cicero, by the way? Did I misplace him somewhere?
who?
Displaced him.
Little gnome with pot on head. Yes, what
Never seen him in my life.
what? I'll keep an eye out.
Just ignore him. I haven't seen him either.
Have to make some wanted posters.
The library.
We'll look for him after.
The expedition of the Kobold Soul's already in the rise. Aloysia, she can try to pay you to bring her in, but I think she's a snake. And this Prolix guy's also probably got some exterior motives. But that is the case when it comes to visitors coming to a place like this. None of them do so out of the kindness of their heart. They've always got a thing that they're looking to do. Something that they're looking to achieve. And not to say that you aren't also doing the same, but at the very least you stopped to help my men. What little good it did.
I am sorry for the loss of your men, and I hope I have more notes to share that will help you in future encounters.
Anyways, speaking of future encounters, it's true that we do still seek to enter the Betrayer's Rise in the near future. If there's any information that you can share about it to perhaps make our journey less perilous, that would be fantastic. We would greatly appreciate it.
There's no such thing as less perilous.
More
Or at
prepared.
the very least, more knowledgeable.
You need to proceed with caution. The Betrayer's Rise is challenging to navigate. It possesses its passages shift to confuse map makers and search parties. I think the power of the Abyss flows through it, warping the environment so that no two groups follow the same path through it. Whether it's demons or magic or not, doesn't really matter. All I know is that if you get lost down there, my men are not going to be able to find you. I've lost more men to being lost in the Rise than I've lost to demons themselves.
Sabanrab will reach into. Let me check this real quick. Oh, that may not work. The Metal of the Maze won't work there because it's a magical path or maze.
Does it say that it doesn't work on magical mazes?
It specifically says the quickest route to the end of any non-magical path or maze.
Then it
Probably
probably
made specifically so that we couldn't avoid traps like this.
All right, then never mind. I was going to give that to the captain, but it wouldn't help him.
So we have a shifting maze ahead of us.
Are there any landmarks like towers or anything we can use during navigation?
You're going inside of a fortress. It's all underground.
Oh, that's a good point.
You want to mark the path you take? Take some chalk with you. It might do you some good, but I doubt it.
I was also
Well,
going to
it's all
suggest a rope,
fine.
but that could work too.
I know some fool tried rope once. He ran out a long time before he got to the end. And then, at some point, someone cut the damn thing. Never saw him again.
I literally
Well,
just set it
that
up,
works.
so thank you for telling me that is a bad idea.
Does anybody want to buy insurance? All it'll cost is diamonds worth 300 gold pieces.
No.
Honestly, we probably should get that now that we're able to cast that.
Yeah, I can cast Revivify. I just don't have the
Why does
materials for it.
Revivify need a diamond? That's so annoying.
Because you don't want to
Because
cheese
you're
resurrection.
resurrecting a life.
But, like, I thought true resurrection was the thing that required the diamond.
No,
Not
everything that requires reviving, everything that involves
Everything-
reviving someone's life involves a diamond, if I remember correctly.
And Revivify is limited to 1 minute. So if 1 minute passes, it doesn't work. But yeah, it still has a
true.
diamond cost, 300 gold pieces.
Stupidly ridiculous.
Jordan,
yeah.
if I'm
Can I
gay
revivify?
the other group, can I get them on our
Dang it, I
side?
can revivify.
Check your
I
spell
don't know.
list.
Revivify
they're-
these nuts.
They're weirdly not as gay as you guys. Anyway, I would
Wait,
like to
really?
shut up.
No.
No.
I'm trying to provide a homebrew rule that will help you casters.
Cringe.
If a spell requires physical components, I only require that you have a component that can be custom to the spell that like your style of casting. So it doesn't have to be a diamond. It just has to be something that is worth the same amount as the material component. So it still needs to be something worth 300 gold pieces that you're giving up.
So my finger. Okay.
We'll have to get some of that before we leave, because I don't think we're prepared for that. Anyway, back to the captain. Sorry about the derailment.
This is an IRL conversation. No, in-game conversation happening in the corner.
But yeah. So
How?
is there anything else you guys need to talk to the captain about?
I think that does it for the group business, but I would like to talk to the captain a little bit by myself.
Okay, so as everybody else kind of leaving Xila by himself with the captain, who seems intrigued what the heck Xila could want that couldn't be discussed in front of the rest of his people. Xila, you're muted. Xila, you're muted.
Oh,
Yes,
not
yes,
anymore.
I am. Right. Do I
Yes.
as he sort of shoots this look of a question at me, I'm just like, oh no, it's not of a nefarious or particularly secretive matter. I just are you aware of House Venphyra?
Let me make a roll for him. Sounds fancy. I think I've seen your name across that name across my paperwork a few times, but I'm not super familiar. No.
Right. Well, it's the house that I am a part of, one of the signs of. In this dynasty that we have here, our family watches over a lot of the agricultural business. And I couldn't help but notice that dilapidated temple that you use as a farm.
Yeah. I would like to make it very clear. We've had druids out here to try to make farmland. We've had priests come out here. We've tried getting the land blessed. It's just not going to work.
It's just too close to a demon temple.
Yeah, there's There's so little land that's even remotely, vaguely fertile. Most of our plants, most of our food is grown in pots, not even using local soil. We can't use local soil because it just kills anything it grows in it.
And that much I understand, and that much is what I want to help with. You see, we helped you and helped save your life, and in return we came to you and asked for information that could help us on our journey. I think it would be helpful to you if I shot a message over to the house and send some more aid. It's a gift is what I'm offering.
Really? For what?
Well, for sharing the information that will help us on our quest, for giving information of who to talk to. For one, you also kind of helped save the hide up in that fight. And we helped save yours, bit quid pro quo.
Say your quo is a little higher than my quo. I'm feeling a boot that drops. My apologies if I'm used to double-handedness.
Oh no. And with that I understand completely. But there is no other shoe to drop. I just see a place that could benefit from aid, and I am more than willing to help solicit for it for my family. I cannot guarantee, but I can send a message, go and especially for arguably the most important military outpost in the country.
Well, if we were the most important, we'd be getting a little bit more aid, but I see what you mean. All right.
Exactly, it's a travesty.
I'd accept your gift, as long as it's a gift. I can't.
It's a gift. No strings attached. You've already given more than your fair share.
Right.
And I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna bow to him as a deference of respect.
You can tell he's definitely not used to this kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna, as I lift up from my bow, I'm just gonna look around the war room, and I'm gonna be like, "You should do something." I'm gonna be like, "You should really do something to brighten this place up." And I'm just going to druid craft some like purple roses and just put them in something that could possibly be used as a vase of something as I walk out.
I'll say.
Are we heading into the tomb?
What?
Are we heading into the cave?
Not yet. Well, I mean, that's up to you guys. You guys want to just like?
I'm still exhaustion 3.
Yeah.
I still have not
yeah.
recovered from that.
Yeah, I assume you guys want to
we
take a
need
long
some rest for like a
point.
week.
You guys need to have a long rest.
If we're gonna
Yeah,
take
we
some
still have
time
spell
to
slots.
nurse some
Sabanrab
things
needs
that
to
I
have
can do,
3
yeah.
long rests. So yeah, and Sabanrab needs to have at least 3 long rests.
I'm in better shape. I can manage.
I mean, like, for the 3 long rests, we can, like, prepare.
Yeah, that's what I was going to plan on doing.
Is Ao going to stick around that long?
Honestly, what AO does is not our concern.
And then Ao walks up hearing that. Really? Sorry, Dan. Please continue.
I was using my out of character voice.
Yeah, I know.
My class. Not.
See Leviki's emotional support. We have fun here.
Oh, there's horse's ass. Do you think I'll get anything? No.
Hey, does anyone want to draw from the deck of many things again?
Oh, gambling. Does anyone want to play
Come on,
cards?
we gotta do it again. We can't just have it and not use it.
Okay,
At some point, but not right. Yes, but we need to do it as a celebration, not as a before big event.
Nah. What's life without a little shit posting?
You can do the shit posting after you do the test.
No,
Nah. Let's do it.
no, alcohol's for celebrating. Gambling is before, so you can cry
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
The supplies I want to buy.
With all your fingers and toes?
Yes. Okay, so going down the list, you guys are taking a long rest. But starting with I'll start with Xila this time. Xila, you're buying supplies, yeah?
All right, I'm buying supplies. If anyone wants to join me, they can. Let's see. How much money do I have? That is very important. Cool, I have that much money.
The only
Man,
place,
I don't even know what I want to buy.
the only place that you can buy supplies is technically the tavern, which also acts as like a general goods store. But like the only things that they sell are like basic tools and survival gear and rations.
Probably need some rations.
Chalk is not a
Gotcha.
bad idea either.
I'll actually go with you to buy this shit.
Yes, that seems like a good idea. So tell you what. I'm just going to list off some items, and you're just going to tell me if they have them or not. Because I'm looking at the player's handbook's like equipment thing.
Okay.
Or would it just be shorter for you to tell me what they have?
No, just list the thing that you want to get.
All right, thing I want to get. I know that this is going to be, I know that both of these are going to be long shots. Holy water.
No.
Understood.
I can make holy water.
Potion of healing.
No.
Blow the hell out of it.
Yes. You'd be able to buy potions of healing for like 3 times the normal markup price.
For 150 gold each?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, you don't need to worry about that. I have 5 potions of healing.
Because
I'm pretty sure I gave one
I'm not
out
gonna
to
worry.
another player.
They're in desperate need of them, and the only place you can buy them is the infirmary. However,
that makes
buy potions of healing for higher than normal too.
That makes sense. I want to buy a set of manacles.
That they would have. You mean like basically like handcuffs, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
How much are those?
I'm gonna spend the 2 gold on that. Add that to my equipment. And let's see. I'm also just gonna buy some rope. Don't really care what kind, whichever one's cheaper.
You're buying rope.
They have the cheap rope.
Gotcha, cheap rope. Gotcha. That's 1 gold for 50 feet. So I will do that. 1 gold for 50 feet. Let me just remove that right away. $50 feet of rope. Add that to my equipment. And then last but not least, 2-person tent.
Oh, that I'm gonna
make it a 3-person tent.
High or low?
Let's go high.
They do not have it.
Understood. That was a long shot. I did say that was last at least, but let me just triple check. Let's see. And now this one's more of a long shot. Healer's kit.
A what?
Healer's kit. First aid kit.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. It's like it says it's 5 gold on the sheet itself, but I understand that if this military outpost doesn't have them available.
They would have one available for 15 gold pieces.
15 gold.
Now,
no, I'm not buying that.
What would you
in that
use
case,
healers?
I am. In that case, I am all set, and that's all I'm gonna buy.
I'm gonna ask them if they know if there's like anyone in this city who uses magic and can enchant stuff. Probably gonna be a long shot, but I might as well ask.
Me having to recheck the rules of NPCs making enchanted items from the DMG.
I think you mentioned there was one. I don't remember you mentioned where in a prior episode. Did you ask this before? Didn't you place an order with someone?
Either way, I don't think it's not going to be picked up in time, I don't think, and I'm not even sure if I have the money for it, so I might have to give them something else.
Interesting ruling. I had forgotten about this. You need 4 things to make a magic item. 1, the formula. A character needs a formula that describes the construction of the item. This can be something the character has developed in-game with DM's approval, or an established formula for a reputable item, such as the immovable rod or bag of holding. Spellcasting abilities. A character must have spell slots and be able to cast a spell that an item will produce, or in order to imbue the item with the magic. This includes having and expending material components the spell requires. Magic items that do not produce spells still require a spellcaster to create the item, such as a +1 weapon. Depending on the item's rarity, a character must meet a minimum level to craft the item. A table showing this provided below. The Dungeon Master can decide if a character needs a particular tool or supplies, or if an item can only be created at a certain location. Example, Flame Tongue requires forging within lava. This should be outlined in the formula. So common magic items usually cost and take a third level spell slot, 4 days to create, and 100 gold pieces.
Okay, so you know the Medal of the Horizon back that I have?
Yeah.
I want to make that regenerate on, like, either Long Rest or Dawn or something.
Oh, so you just want to modify an existing magic item?
Yeah, because I want to see if I can make this work longer than just a one-use version of the shield spell. I want to see if I can just get a permanent shield spell that I can use every long rest or short rest.
Okay, in that case, let me double check something real quick, because there's at least one caster I know of off the top of my head that would probably be able to do it. Let's see.
Yeah, you're changing the one use to regenerating charges.
You'd be taking it from a common to an uncommon.
Probably.
Let's see.
And then once I'm done getting that big payment out of the way, I'll see what I have left and I can buy stuff at the barn.
Isn't that like a clothing store? IRL?
There is a clothing store of that, yeah.
Oh no, it's a wine and beer garden.
Based.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check.
All right. 1 second. Let me get
May I assist?
I mean, if you're with us, I guess, yeah, you can assist.
Okay, I assist.
I cast guidance. May the light guide you, whatever you're trying to do.
I would just like to point out how confusing it is, how utterly confusing it is that the table they provided said minimum level, right? And I assumed they meant spell slot level. So third level spell slot. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. It takes a 6th level spell slot to make a rare item. Oh, okay. 11th level to make a very rare item. I'm like, wait a minute, there are no 11th level spell slots. 7th level to make a legendary, and I'm like, oh, that must be class level. That must be character level. There's no 17th level spell slots.
So if I'm getting help, that's the help action, so I roll with advantage.
You roll with advantage. Levki, for some reason, decided to help you find.
Oh, he's probably gonna try and talk to the fucking person who enchants it, try and get me to, you know. Let's see. Investigation,
Yes.
and I roll a d4 for guidance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. 25.
Yo.
25. Okay.
Fireball.
There aren't any spellcasters in town that are high enough level to actually be like that are powerful enough to make enchanted items, except your friends.
Okay.
Like the adventuring party and the other adventuring party are pretty much the only spellcasters in town that are strong enough.
What are you looking at me for?
You don't know how powerful of a bard that other dude is, but maybe you don't know. You could ask him, but like Levki or Sabanrab could hypothetically do it, and so could like any of the spellcasters in Io's party.
Okay.
Roll me an Arcana check, however.
I don't trust Levki, so I'll probably go to fucking Galsrod. Arcana check?
Yeah. Just so that you understand, you know ahead of time, like, what to expect out of, like, the process.
12.
12?
Yeah.
So you don't know how expensive it would be. But you do know that it'd probably take about, like, 2.5 weeks to, like, change the magic of this item so that it no longer expires after just one use. Because this was designed to be a one-off item. And in order to alter that to the point where it does the same thing, but it just, like, it's a once-a-day item, it'd probably take about it probably wouldn't be as expensive as making a brand new magic item, but it would take about as much time. So about 2.5 weeks, you assume.
Okay. I don't want to bother Galsrod with a project that we're going to start and then, like, pause midway through to go into a dungeon, so I'll probably wait till later. So, yeah. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go back over to, the, like, central area there. And I would like to get myself, carpenter's tools.
They would have those for.
Or actually, hold up. It would be woodcarver's tools, actually.
There's a difference.
Apparently.
What does one have that the other doesn't have?
I think woodcarver is like whittling and shit, while carpentry is like actual, like, working with large logs and stuff.
Oh.
I think woodworkers is like, like whittling tiny little statues and objects and shit.
Interesting. Okay. What's the price on that?
8 gold pieces.
8.
Hold up. Never mind. That was carpenter's tools. Woodcarver's tools is 1 gold piece.
Okay. So they'll sell it to you for 3.
That's okay with me.
Still pretty inexpensive, all things considered.
Yeah.
It's like $30. If we're going by the standard that a gold piece is $10, then yeah. Phyra,
What else?
is there anything that you want to do?
Jurgen, you bitch.
Oh no, go ahead, my bad. I'm just gonna look at my own stuff. See what I want.
See what I want?
Sorry. I was seeing if I could talk to Jurgen,
Oh, yeah.
but he might be busy.
You can go talk to Jurgen.
Now my antisocial ass is gonna kick in. I got this. I can do this.
You're doing great. We love it when
you are physically capable of speaking to people.
I roll to stab it. I'm just kidding.
He would let you. He's down with the shit post.
So
I assist.
I assist. So I guess I'm probably was spending a good time trying to find him.
No, he's pretty easy to find. He's just at the tavern buying like some tools and clothes and shit.
Alright. So she walks into the tavern and sees Jurgen.
Because remember, the tavern is literally just a big barn that's been converted into both a general goods store, tavern, and like inn with like the stalls that the animals used to sleep in have been converted into like tiny little bedrooms.
My type of house, anyway.
Because you're
Hey,
it's because you're an animal.
Yes.
I'm gonna stab you, Jordan. I need to talk to you.
Shoot.
She looks around. Do I see anyone trying to listen in?
You roll me a perception check.
And Sabanrab is not there, so you don't have to worry about that.
Someone who looks exactly like Sabanrab is right around the. No, I'm kidding.
God damn it! Disadvantage. Oh wait. Oh yeah, it's the night thing. So I think I'm good. Am I good? I'm inside. So roll 13.
There's not a lot of people. There's like as usual. It's actually. Is this before or after you guys would have gone to bed?
This would be the next day, wouldn't it?
Is this? I'm asking.
Is this the next day? I thought this.
We
was
did a
before.
long rest. Remember?
I'm asking Sab if he like went shopping or whatever before going to bed or after waking up.
Oh no, he would have been with Jurgen for that one thing, and then the rest of his time would have been spent at the barracks training and giving advice.
I know. I was asking Jurgen.
Oh, I thought you asked Sabanrab. Never mind. Go on.
Sorry, what were you asking?
Whether or not your like previously of you shopping was before going to bed or after waking up.
I would say probably after waking up.
Okay, so it's the next day. Everybody's had a long rest. Everybody mark on long rest on your character sheet.
Yep.
If only I knew how to do that. I'll figure this out. I'll do that later. So it's the next day.
Yeah.
So in that case, she would be in her new many fashions bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looks more like a pirate right now because of it.
Nice.
Because pirates are cool anyway. She looks around to see if anyone's going to listen in. So it's about that conversation we have at the campsite.
Yes. Well,
You
what
do
about
understand? You do understand why Levki wants to beat the shit out of you, but
He's just kind of like, in all honesty, no. I told him that I am quite literally doing this against my will. And yet he still wants to beat the shit out of me. So no, I don't really understand why he wants to.
grief, right? That's why. Imagine one of the people you're trying to save dies, and you find out someone you work with had some kind of involvement in it. It doesn't matter if you were against your will or not. you're gonna be angry. You're gonna want to beat the shit out of that person. I know I would want to beat the shit out of the fucking pirates that sunk my ship. But I'm not. So I'm telling you, he is mostly extremely angry at you. But also, there's something else. When he talked to his future self. I'm not getting into it, but there's more to it. Alright?
I suppose, yes, there is more to it, but look, I don't know what I can do. I told him, and I told the rest of you, I have to do this.
And don't you want to find another way to do it?
If there was another way, I would take it.
Maybe there
But I
is,
won't
and you're
take
just not
another
seeing
way.
it.
I won't take another way unless I know for certain that the people involved that I am trying to save are safe if I do it, which I doubt is going to happen.
Well,
In all honesty, I wish he would just give up this pointless idea
can
of
you give
trying
me
to
more
fight.
information on this? So I can try helping you? She leans against the wall.
There's nothing you can do to help.
How do you know? She smiles. She you at this point would know she's an ambitious person. I see it more of a challenge. But really, we want to help you any way we can. If we can't, then that's the worst case scenario.
I can't take a risk.
Maybe you don't have to take the risk.
But if I'm associated with the people that do take the risk, I am going to be given two choices. Either betray you and try to kill you, or betray the people I'm working for. You see my dilemma, right? It's either you, and I try and convince you all not to do any stupid shit, but I could lose my family.
She takes a deep breath. Yeah, that's a bit of a sticky situation. But you still have time. And I'm not saying take the risk instantly. I'm saying we're going to try to find another way.
You can find another way, a way that will be safe, and I can help you with it.
She
I
smiles.
really like the group that I'm working for anyway.
Well, by the sound of them, they sound like dicks. So,
Very much so.
it'll be nice. It'll be nice to get you out of it. She pats you on the shoulder. Now I'm gonna have to talk to Levki and hope he doesn't get pissed off at me for talking to you about it. She smiles.
Oh, you be careful. And thank you.
Will. No problem, mate. God damn it, I said mate! Mate isn't a southern thing.
She picked it up somewhere.
Picked it up somewhere. Picked it up from the Australian.
Excuse me. We say darlin' in the South.
Alright, darling. Is that better?
That's naturally better, darling.
Would you rather me continue messing up a southern accent or mess up on an Irish accent? Your choice.
How about you mess up on an English accent?
That's gonna be
No.
just be talking.
Exactly.
Anyway, so Yep, I've done talking, and now I'm probably going to find Levki.
Dan, I need alchemist supplies.
Fortunately, those aren't available in Bazaxan.
Fuck.
Vazizan, sorry.
It's okay, I forgive you.
I don't. Fuck you.
Go now and sin no more.
Sorry, Daddy.
Not yet, you're not.
Who was it that was it this game or the other game where Phyra has to tell a bad pun to someone right when they die?
It's this game.
Oh, right,
this
it's this game.
Where
Have
is
you
that
seen
need to
person?
find him. Oh yeah, is he in this place? How much longer do I have?
I forgot about that.
We've
Oh,
been
shit, we
planning
shouldn't have
behind
brought
the
it up.
scenes for this.
No, I need my shit. I need that good look shit.
I forgot exactly what did you get from that?
It was like it was a good look rolling thing.
The good luck stone that she was trying to buy and said, all right.
Hey, the Luckstone.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean the piece of obsidian?
No, I have. Wait, who bought the obsidian? Didn't I buy an obsidian?
I bought it for
Obsidian
you
hasn't
by
appeared
giving up
yet.
one of my trinkets.
Yeah.
Anyway, Levki, what are you doing? It is the day after.
Let's see.
Is there anyone you want to go talk to? Is there a part of the town you want to go visit?
Wait for Jurgen to go off by himself.
Everyone's attacking Jurgen today.
You're just waiting for a chance to murder Jurgen.
No. Right now, talk.
Right. Talk is your slang for fireball.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
so Phyra is able to meet up with you before
Yeah.
that.
Literally, Phyra was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go find Levki, talk to him about it. Also, Levki, I'm gonna go fucking stab this dude.
You just say to him, "Oh, I gotta go find Levki," and then you turn around and he's right behind you.
Actually, Dan, I'll buy that. I'm gonna buy a book.
Book.
Is there a specific?
What are you, a nerd?
Literally
Yes,
just
yes,
an
we
empty
are.
plain book.
An
Like a
empty,
journal.
empty book. Okay.
I recommend Tusk Love.
I hear it's a very good book. I'm wanting to improve my the item that I used to channel my magics.
So what are you trying to do?
Well, now that I've had all of 30 seconds to think about it, I have that piece of ruidium.
Oh no.
Is there a way I can reinforce my ash focus with this ruidium?
I gotta jump to I have to jump to a specific section of the book.
And what might the potential repercussions of doing this be?
Many things, like death.
Preferably for Jurgen.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh goody. And if I fail this, I'll probably end up using my inspiration. Please be good, please be. Oh shit. 24.
It's going to take you probably the rest of this wait period where you're waiting for Sabanrab to fully recover. But you should be able to infuse the piece of ruidium into the top of atop of the ashen staff to create a magical staff.
Get up! Okay. Do I know of any downside to this action?
No.
Fuck around and find out, homie.
You have no idea what ruidium does. You've never seen ruidium actually do anything. You have no idea what it'd be capable of doing.
I'm picturing he put it on a stick and he's using it as a hammer.
Oh, I do know someone who might know. Where's that Tiefling wizard at? She might know something.
From Ao's group?
No, from
putting a pin in that. Phyra.
Yeah.
You wished to speak to Levki.
Levki.
Eh.
Yet you instantly get her arm wraps around your shoulder and pulls you down closer to a level. Hey, I need to talk to you.
Will you stop trying to make me squat? It hurts the knees.
It's fun seeing the squat anyway. So I talked to Jurgen.
Okay.
And look, I know you want to beat the shit out of him, even kill him at the most extreme. But right now, he can't really do anything. He has no choice.
Right. And
So,
when he gets his coin, at some point after this, everyone else besides me is dead.
look, I told him that we're gonna try to find another way.
And I can't take that chance.
Apparently, neither one of you could take that chance. She's just mumbling to herself.
Not with you. Not with Xila.
Look, right now it's a very sticky situation. Like your future self said, or what the fire people said, is that it can be changed. And there's gonna be more changes than just killing him. We can try finding another way, and yeah, that is a big risk. But what will killing him do? It will kill his family as well. It could do a giant chain reaction.
No. He dies. His family is just bargaining chip. He dies. They go free. They would have no more use for them.
Yeah, when someone who's being used as a bargaining chip has no more use, they can just straight up kill them.
No more use as in he's dead. If he's dead, there's no need to kill them or threaten to kill them or anything else.
Well, then they have information. Look, Lefty, I'm not getting into the argument of what's used and what isn't used. The point is, right now, we need to find multiple different ways. If there isn't another way, then there isn't another way. I don't want you to attempt to kill him and you get killed yourself. You know that he's a better fighter than us.
And I'm better with the arcane. The one thing he cannot counter.
You've always been stubborn, haven't you? She smiles at you.
Well, it's worked this far. Besides, fire is a stubborn element. Not as bad as it.
Well, God love that about you. You get stuff done when you're stubborn, but also it's fucking infuriating at times.
He kneels back down, gives her a kiss on the forehead.
Yeah, she was about to comment about the knee thing, but then her eyes just widen. Oh. Her face goes bright red. Yeah,
If he tries to cross us, I am escorting him to hell personally.
Sounds lovely. Yeah, you broke her. Sounds amazing. Sounds amazing, Dot. I'm just gonna go this direction and nice talking to you. Yeah, she just walks off. But, yeah.
Well, you're almost as red as when you were talking about Xila.
What?
He turns and is off.
Out of character, what the fuck just happened?
Don't
I
actually.
wasn't prepared. What was that?
I don't actually know.
Yeah, you broke Phyra, the character and the player.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Everyone shut the fuck up.
Why?
Toby Fox just announced a remaster, a remaster of Undertale to celebrate the anniversary.
Well, that's nice.
Cool.
That's more important than anything.
Back to the fact
Anyways.
that Phyra is now mentally broken.
Well, that happens like at least once.
Now that I don't have this person trying to talk me out of killing this person.
I mean, you've delayed it.
Anyway, unless anybody has anything major to do, I think we'll just like specifically anyone to talk to. I would like to skip ahead to like when Ken is fully healed and no longer exhausted.
Okay.
The only thing I have was to talk to that wizard tiefling chick.
Yes, that was what I was about to say.
Yeah. Question?
Yes, he was going to seek out advice on any potential.
Xila and Levki wanted to go talk to Question, who can be found at the bar.
Perfect. And before that happens, though, I want to talk to Levki.
Wait, who
I
does?
was
As we're
gonna say
walking up.
Jurgen, and I was scared.
Okay. Yeah. Xila wants to talk to Levki as the meeting up to go talk to Question. So this conversation, you guys are walking.
Yeah, we're walking. As we're going along, I feel like I should apologize to you.
What for?
It's been a long time, but when we were at the that pit stop with the brokers, and everyone was making their deals and what they wanted and what they didn't want, they were exchanging, making some really terribly misguided deals. I sort of jumped in, and before you had a chance to do anything, I sort of made a deal on your behalf without asking. And I made that deal to try to unlock what your father had given you because I've known you for a number of years and I know how important and how perplexing.
Keep having this conversation. I'll go to the bathroom real quick.
Perfect. And it's been perplexing you for a long time, and before you had a chance to say anything, I made an offering for it, and I want to just apologize. I didn't ask you whether it was something that you wanted. It was a moment of selfishness, and I didn't think it through. You haven't shown any ill will towards me, or if you feel like I've overstepped my bounds, I'm sorry. And even if you feel no ill will towards me, I still need to apologize for it. It was not my place. And at this point, he just sort of awaits Levki's response.
Levki, are you there?
And
I
then
hope you
he
have
died.
Okay. Now,
Okay. How
heard-
much of my one-sided conversation did you hear?
I heard up until you apologized for getting the orb open.
Got it. All right. Anyway, as we're walking home, just to quickly rehash, I sort of just apologized because, well, I didn't ask you, and even if it's something that you're grateful for, it's something that I overstepped in, and I shouldn't have pounced on an opportunity to take care of something that was so precious to you. And for that, even if it is something that you are thankful for, it's something I shouldn't have done without consulting you, and I am sorry.
Internet dies again.
At which point he awaits Levki's response.
He thinks for a moment before pulling Xila in close and giving a small kiss.
Yo!
Xyla's eyes just go absolutely wide, just like and let's see, as you pull away, he goes in deeper.
Yeah!
The party be like.
At Xila returning the kiss, he wraps his arms around Xila.
Gay.
I hug you. I'm all like, I take it that means you forgive me.
Gives a coy smile. I'll think about it.
Oh,
Gonna-
baby. So
I'm
baby.
just- I'm like, you still owe me a pair of pants.
Oh, you're not getting
And I
those.
just give you a quick little spank.
You're
And
not
at that
getting
point, I'm
those
gonna walk,
pants.
and at that point, I'm gonna walk slightly ahead as we tavern to find question.
I'm not even running Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just running a dating simulator.
Yes, I'm trying to get to the Dungeons and Dragons part. No worry.
This is I Love You, Colonel Sanders with extra steps.
I need to mute when people start talking because then I ruin the moment by memeing. But dating simulator, goodbye.
Anyway, oh wow, look, right in front of the tavern.
Oh, look, perfect timing.
Okay, yeah. As you guys head to the bar. Not up at the top like where she was last time, but kind of just sitting down at the bottom next to where her stall is. Sitting on like a little bench. Flipping through her books. Extremely engrossed in her own work. She's not paying no fucking attention and nothing around her.
I'm like, hello, are you question?
Oh, this has been happening to me far too often. Really should pay attention.
No worries at all.
Yes. Hello, Levki.
I look at both of them. I'm all like, back forth.
Yes, I have a question regarding the ruidium that I was hoping you could answer, or find an answer before I do something stupid.
Well, I hope so. Maybe.
He holds up his ash staff. Can it be combined with this to either enhance its inherent magical qualities or add an additional quality to it?
Ruidium is an inherently magical material.
And what would the repercussions of this be for a spellcaster and prolonged?
I have no idea. No one's ever really done that before. Testing on it has been extremely limited since there isn't very many samples to be had. I mean, once you make a magic item using some ruidium, it's going to be a lot harder to separate the item and the ruidium than it would be to combine them. So, I imagine most of my compatriots back at the library would consider such a thing a waste. But hypothetically speaking, I don't know exactly what it would make, but it would make something a lot stronger than what you have. Ruidium's a very powerful magical material. It's like making something made of dragon scale, or unicorn horn, or banshee dust.
It would be a waste. How?
Well, there's only like 7 samples in the at the library total. Yours is larger than most of ours. Most people would want to study it, experiment on it, to enchant something using it, and would prevent that thing from. Well, it would change the ruidium as much as it would change the thing, which means it's not viable for study anymore.
Not direct study, however, you would be able to see the effects of prolonged use and exposure in a fight or in general spellcasting.
I suppose we aren't exactly foremost in thinking about making offensive uses. The ruidium, we've been focused on using it as an energy source.
Like for a lantern or
To power an entire city.
interesting.
Ruidium gives off an energy frequency unlike anything I've ever seen. Most things. You're a sorcerer, so you probably don't understand these kind of things because you were born with magic. Most magic has a wavelength. The shorter the wavelength, the easier it is to mimic, to learn and to copy. Super easy spells, super short, like energy waves. The more powerful the spell, the larger the waves. The further, the bigger the gap between them. Materials, magical materials like Mithril and like Mithril or dragon hide, or you know what I mean, things like that. They have a corresponding energy signature that matches up to certain types of spells. And she looks over to Xila. I'm sure as a what are you, a wizard? A bard?
My talents tend to tend more in the more natural side of things.
Oh, I just assumed based off of the way you were dressed.
well, yeah, it's fair. I'm from Rosona, so.
Oh, my apologies. Anyway, you probably understand what I mean when I say that ruidium has the largest wavelength of any recorded material. We have studied vestiges of the divergence that had a shorter wavelength than ruidium. That means that ruidium is as powerful is more powerful than any capable spell that Mithra is. Sorry, is Mithra still a thing in this universe?
No.
What's the? Sorry, I'm familiar with the regular D&D explanation for not going past 9th level spell slots. What's the critical role explanation for not going past 9th level spell slots?
I'm pretty sure it's Mistral. Same thing as usual.
I mean, Mistral doesn't exist in Exandria.
No? I thought you did.
No, it's more like I don't think there's any canon reason other than the fact that people just aren't capable of harnessing that kind of power by themselves.
If you want to attach a god to it, I'd say just say Io did it, and then just
I'll just
leave it at that.
I mean, Corellin is the god of magic, but more of magic as an art form, not as magic as
Iridium is
concept.
the equivalent of spells that have not been cast since before the calamity. Magic that is lost to us. Things that we can't even imagine. Harnessing its power could bring the world back to a state of the utopia that we were in before that terrible war. And now that the dark betrayal gods are locked away, there'd be nothing that would stop that age of peace. I mean, if you want to turn it into a stick that hits things harder, then that's your prerogative. It's your ruinium. All right, that's all. Yeah, that's all she has to say for the moment.
She's like, well, that's some good news. Is that when we now have a magical amplifier, we just need to figure out what we want to attach it to, I suppose. Anyways, is that all? Is that all you wanted to ask, Levki?
I believe that will suffice for now. Perhaps I can find you at one of the Cobalt Souls mini libraries at a later date. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. A question. There is another matter that I wanted to converse with you about. You are a Cobalt Skull scholar, yes?
Not much of one, but I'm trying.
Do you have what is your specialty?
Oh! I was discussing this with Levki and that Jurgen fellow. Sorry, not that Jurgen. Levki and that nice Phyra lady. Was that her name?
Yeah, she's very nice. I just look off into the distance.
I am here researching what I call where is it? What I call
Be right back.
What I call mythic resonance. See, when actions of extreme emotion are tied to powerful magic, those actions resonate in the land, and a cylindrical nature of history inevitably causes those same actions to be repeated. During the calamity, heroes stood in defense of the land against the tide of demons coming out of the very temple. And now, thousands of years later, long after any of those heroes' names have been remembered, there are no trace of any of them left. The War Watch is standing here, doing the exact same, guarding the entirety of the dynasty from demons flooding out of the same place, and none of their names will be remembered in 1,000 years. Magic has a memory. It has a footprint. It remembers. When we forget, magic remembers. And it has a way of reminding us.
Yes, I understand that the land always has a greater memory than any mortals do. Anyway, I hate to be redundant, so you can tell me if you've already discussed this with the other nice lady and Levki here. But but your study is in this mythic resonance. So you are trying to study the ancient past to study patterns of the present.
An arcane historian, yes, I suppose.
Yes. Do you know of the name Alexian?
Alexian? No, they didn't ask me about that. I don't recognize anyone by the name of Alexian.
I thought not. What about an ancient artifact called the Jewel of Three Prayers?
Jewel of Three Prayers. They showed me. Yes.
Oh yes. Okay. Cool. So we talked about this. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The Jewel of Three Prayers. It was thought to be lost. I don't. They told me that you found it in some grotto in the middle of over by the coast.
Yes, a crazy grotto in the middle of the coast. It was a whole thing. We fought a shark. We broke over the cave wall. It was in like a contest of sorts where we're like racing against another team. And anyway, it's a whole thing. But long story short, yes, we found it. We had a vision of a man named Alexian who lived pre-calamity or during calamity rather. And we had a vision of him. I assume he maybe wore this at one point, and that was part of his whole deal. Anyway, our search has led us to going into the Betrayer's Rise.
All I know is that Jewel of Three Prayers. And mention of the Betrayer's Rise. You can roll me a insight check.
Fantastic. I will roll that insight check right away. Getting it up on my computer, rolling the dice. Insight plus. Oh, stay on the freaking counter. Okay, that's going to be a 24.
Okay. She says that the Jewel of Three Prayers is the key to the mythic cycle that resonates through Bazazan, and she starts going into kind of like a tangent about you absolutely have to like contact her again once you learn more about the jewel, once you come out of the Betrayer's Rise. But she never mentions the Rise directly, and you can tell that she's hiding something. Like she's hiding something, but not like it's not like a malicious. She's trying to avoid something.
You are a scholar under which your organization is dedicated to Ioun, yes?
Oh, yes, of course.
And the whole purpose of the Cobalt Soul is to unearth all truths for all to hear, yes?
That is the purpose.
Then why are you hiding some?
I don't.
You keep skirting around the topic of the Betrayer's Rise like a cat in some water.
Okay. I was supposed to go in with the rest of the expedition, and I couldn't do it. The minute we crossed over the threshold, I started hearing voices calling to me, and I just couldn't do it. It's just I'm not cut out for that kind of field work. I faked being sick, and I went back down to the town, and now I'm just waiting for them. But they haven't come back yet, and...
How long ago was this?
4 or 5 days ago. But they'll be back. They're going to be back. They're a lot braver than I am.
I'm just going to put a hand on her shoulder. I'm just going to look into her eyes. And I'm just going to silently, like, with my eyes, just say, do you really believe that?
Oh.
I want to. I don't have any proof of the contrary, so there's no reason to believe that I'm lying to myself.
I suppose that is true. Well, if you must... Well, in that case, I will give you this little bit of information. Our group, there are me, 1, 2, 3. There's a total of 5 of us. We are headed to the Betrayer's Rise in a day or two. If you want to join us, you are more than welcome. But I'll leave that up to you. You might be able to want to search for your lost friends or something or other, but you don't have to take it, but it's an opportunity I would like to extend.
I'll think about it.
All right. And yes, I think, thank you for having this wonderful conversation. It's been illuminating, even if a lot of it was redundant and you already told Phyra and Levki. But nonetheless, you are a pleasure to speak to. And I'm just going to be like, I'm going to turn to Levki and I'm going to say, you ready to go?
Yes, that.
All right. And I'm like, well, let's go find everyone else and, I don't know, figure out what next move is. And I'm going to walk out.
You guys walk out.
As we walk out and we're just like walking for a second, I'm just going into there's just a moment of silence. I'm just going to say, so Phyra's hot, yeah? Am I is that right?
There's a like as you guys pass or like outside, like just to your side, as like you quickly look and the crimson-robed elven woman is just like standing, like leaning against the barn door, like with her arms crossed. If you're going to turn down a lady's gift, you may as well tell her to her face.
I'm going to look around and I'm going to just say, who are you?
Oh, it seems your ashen friend did not tell you. Interesting. Well, then, I apologize for my frustration. My name is Aloysia. I am a member of the consortium of the Vermilion Dream. Perhaps...
Oh no, I have heard of you. Yeah, I did hear about you. I just sorry, sometimes things can be really forgettable.
Right. Understand. She looks between both of you. What seems to be the problem? There's no reason to turn down my offer. Is it that I wasn't offering enough? Is it that you don't want
That is actually exactly it. You weren't offering enough.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion check.
This is the first persuasion check I've ever.
Guidance just by the knowledge of them existing.
The first charisma check I've had to roll this campaign. Which, fun fact, charisma is my dump stat.
How are you our party face?
No, I was just gonna say that, but that's.
You know, question. It's funnier if it's the dump stat and you're the party face.
Yes.
His charisma low charisma doesn't come from the fact that he's not hot or he's not like good with his words. It's that he's just very socially awkward, so he says the wrong thing a lot.
Yes, he's a bit blunt. Anyway, he got a 14.
14. I was gonna say I assisted, but
14 with a
14 is still good enough. But she folds her arms. The most I can afford for a party of 5 is 100 gold pieces apiece.
Alright, well, if we add that all together,
are you
okay with? Well, tell you what. Here's the deal here with you, is that you seem to be very Your goals are very cryptic and unclear, and that's not something we really abide. Is crypticness, and so why do you want to head into the Betrayer's Rise?
The Consortium of the Vermilion Dream is an organization that seeks to unlock the secrets of Rudis.
Ah, the Red Moon.
Many believe that the Crimson Moon is a sign of bad luck. However, there is no evidence of this. This is superstition. It is a powerful force in our world. It draws legends and might in its direction. Magic grows in its shadow. The bad luck that people report is merely the actions of the insane using the power of the Crimson Moon to their own ends, not the fault of the moon itself. We have come to the understanding, and we've recently come to the understanding of a certain material that we strongly believe is tied with Rudis, in the naming that the Cobalt Soul so welcomely gave it. And I have
Ruidium.
Ruidium, exactly. And I overheard that you may have a piece. Don't worry, I'm not going to take it from you. I am looking for Ruidium, said to be infused with the power, which is said to be infused with the power of Rudis itself. My organization simply wishes to prove the connection.
Surely you have your own that you can test on.
I don't have any on my person, but there is supposed to be some in the Rise. Fragmented historical records tell of an unidentified hero of the Calamity who hailed from these lands, and who was born under the full moon of Rudis, who wielded the power of the Vermilion Moon's power. This hero participated in climactic battles across multiple continents, including the one here at the Betrayer's Rise. That hero died in the Betrayer's Rise and was brought back to life as a vengeful revenant of Avandra the Chainsbringer. His power is supposed to be tied to this Ruidium. I'm just lost the word. Fucking what of the divergence? No. What are they called? Huh?
Which time period?
The vestiges of divergence?
That's what his vestige, a pendant that contained the power of 3 gods. A pendant is the key to acquiring the Ruidium my organization seeks. That pendant is likely inside the temple, along with an absolute load of Ruidium. More than the Cobalt Soul has ever had in their possession and ever will.
Well then, in that case, I think that you might be a little bit late. The Soul already has a team inside the fortress.
That is, but they have not come out yet. As far as I'm concerned, that means they're dead. I need some bodyguards to help me get to the back of that place. 100 gold pieces for each of you. If you don't take the offer, someone else will.
I looked over to Levki. What do I see on his face?
100 gold. 100 gold, and beyond the amulet, we keep whatever else we find in there.
I don't care about anything in that temple except for ruidium. You can keep whatever other prizes you may happen to find. The ruidium is mine. Understood? Agreed?
I think that we might need to confer with the others in our group.
Fine.
But I will.
But at least let me know before you take off for the rise if you're going to tone me down or not, so I have time to find new mercenaries.
You'll hear from me.
Good. At least one of your party has manners. She gives you an honest, respectful nod, and then walks off.
As she walks off and I walk off, can I just discreetly cast Infestation on her?
Oh, you dick!
Wait, what?
Just sends a horde of flies to go fuck with them.
I think that just some beetles burst out of the ground and just begin to climb on her boots. I don't want to deal damage or anything. I just want to. After that happens, that's all the business I have to take care of.
Okay. I think we're probably wrapped up with everything except for what needs to be done to unless anyone wants to go talk to Apollo or the other rival party.
I'm good.
Oh,
Is there any more random stuff that I wish to buy? I wish to buy a shotgun.
Actually, you know what? That's the last scene of the night before we cut to when Sabanrab is fully healed. As you guys, we'll say, it's another day later, and Sab's resting at the inn. He's in his little room, and Jurgen is with him. You guys are just hanging out together because you're the only ones not part of the polycule.
Yes.
They're too busy.
All right. So Jurgen and Sabanrab are at the tavern. So open up. You guys are just in the middle, kind of talking, just vibing, having a good time.
So, is there anything that you needed me to buy for you? Because I get this, I don't think you were able to go out because you were resting.
Sab's only at one level of exhaustion at the moment.
yeah, that would be the night before. I still spent time over by barracks, talking with the captain, training with soldiers. I didn't need full days of rest, so I was at least active with that. But nothing that I needed. But are you okay?
Yeah. Why would you ask?
I didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want, it's personal, and I can respect that. But I know when everyone was making deals back at the fair, you seemed very sorrowed by something, and I think you shared it was a memory or something. But you seem to be. I shouldn't pry, but you seem to be hurt, distracted, like something is bothering you. I don't mean to pry if it needs to be private, but just offering to, if you wish to talk about it.
Right. Yes, I did lose a memory. It I made a mistake.
Do you think it's bad mistake? Like very bad mistake?
Yes. Even if I got my memory back, it made a horrible mistake. It brought back some memories. It reminded me why I'm doing this. And
I'm very familiar with mistakes. But you are not alone here. I do not know details. I do not pry, but we have gone through all this together so far. So, I'm proud to see this to the end with you, yes?
I'm thank you.
Pat your shoulder a bit. It's a good day to get rest because tomorrow we'll be very distracted with probably a lot of things.
Yes.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow, aren't we leaving to go?
No. That's in character. As like you didn't even notice as like Apollo was like leaning on the the
Oh!
of your little room. He's like he's just like tuning his guitar as he's just like leaning against the wall. Kind of not a huge smirk, but there is a small smirk.
I'm sorry, I forgot you were here.
Oh, right.
Wait, you are again.
Oh, I was just wondering what was going on tomorrow.
Yes. Well, our group is going, I think, into Temple to do, some stuff. We may not be able to say, I don't know. But, yeah, so we're headed out to danger and demons and,
Danger.
All
Did
kinds
you
of
remember to mention that to Io?
Demons.
Wait, I haven't been talking to Io. Have you been talking to Io?
Io, the cute blue chick?
Okay, so you know Io.
Oh yes, he bought me a beer.
Oh, well, there you go. But I don't think anyone updated Io and plan.
I don't think so. I'm
fine. It's fine. Just tell her before you leave. Hey, can I come with you?
How much are you charging?
How much are you paying?
Paying? I first of all, I only charge for performances.
Oh.
My heroics are on the house. And second of all, why should I have to pay to go into a dangerous place I might die? Or to be fair, I'm not really worried about dying.
You'll be surprised. Everybody is throwing us money to take them in to die. So, it happens around here. I don't understand.
Yeah, does this guy look like he's good in a fight? Could hold himself in a fight?
Stronger than average. He looks like he's been in fights before. He looks confident. He doesn't look afraid of jumping into a demon-infested temple.
Well, I mean, you definitely...
to be fair, I'm asking the nice way. I could just, make you say yes.
To be honest, you don't look like you're someone that is bullshitting. Looks like you're actually capable. I've seen a lot of people who think they're tough shit, but you're not one of them.
There's a time and a place for a wild story or or silver tongue, my friend. But when you but I have no reason to now or now. Sorry, I have no reason to at the moment.
Right.
Sabanrab kind of gets a little bit taller and leans in, and he raises a finger and points at him, and he's like, "A porous, Apollonia? What was Apollo? Yes, Apollo.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now." And then he backs down.
Well, I mean, if you want to join, I think we could go and talk to the other members of our group. See, but I don't see why they would say no.
Worst comes to worst, you can meet us at gate in the morning.
What if I brought beer?
I think that would convince most of our party, yeah.
Okay, you just told them I'm gonna bring the beer. I'll meet you at the gate.
He will bring the brewskis. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Also, hey, do you think turning invisible would be useful? Like, I don't know. Can demons see invisible shit? Because I can turn.
Some, not all. Some can.
I
can draw diagrams and give you some names. And
she like pulls out this small little like pocket and like pocketbook and like flips through it. What's the song for turning invisible?
Um.
Oh my god, I can turn 2 people invisible. Fuck yeah.
That's actually kind of useful.
I can turn 2 people invisible with a power cord.
Huh. Right.
yes,
Anyway.
but that was planned.
All right, tomorrow it is. Dope.
No,
I should probably go and tell Io.
I'll head back to group.
Right.
Unless you want company to Io. I don't know why you would need
No,
backup
it
there.
should be fine on my own.
Okay. Well, if you need to talk or anything, let me know.
As yes, we will presume that the arrival party is informed. Would Xila have any would Xila and anybody else have any like opposition to the dude who can make any of you turn invisible? Go with.
You got me at beer.
I just slightly remind that the amulet that I gave Phyra can make not only herself invisible, but technically also other people. But only one other person, so 2 other people's dope. So yeah, we can come.
Once again, he got me at beer.
As yes. Next session we will open up with the
Aww.
next session we will open up with you guys arriving at the Betrayer's Rise.
Like and subscribe.
Ring that bell.